G'day guys, Ron here from Osborne Digital Marketing. Today what we're going to discuss is medical spa SEO. Let's jump into it. So what I've got behind me is a medical spa SEO checklist. Now, if you own a medical spa and you're trying to do SEO for that place, you're going to need this. Why? Because SEO is quite complex and honestly, I forget everything along the journey. So as you can see, this checklist, it's massive. This medical spa SEO checklist is huge. You have all of these tabs down here that we're going to utilize throughout this medical spa SEO tutorial. So as you can see, there's just a ton of tabs. You will need them. So if you come back to the home page, let me just give you a quick run through because everything is important. You're going to see all of the information and all of these links over here. Now these links are across to the tools that we'll utilize today. They're links across to actual other assets that we have. So you can go in there, such as an example, the on-page SEO checklist. So let's just say you did all of this, you reviewed your competitors, and then you're actually trying to go ahead and actually implement your strategy that we derive at today. You would need that on-page SEO checklist. So you can go ahead and grab that. Everything here is free. You're doing medical SEO. This is all free for you, completely free. Just need to click in the link that's down below. And grab that. So now what I want to do is I'm going to target specifically a medical spa, probably in Miami, I think. Miami, Fort Lauderdale, I can't remember which one I picked. So if you notice in this medical spa SEO checklist, you have the keywords here. Now, when you are going through and creating your own campaign, you're going to have a ton of keywords. You're not just going to be like me where I have one keyword here. You wouldn't only want to rank for medical spa Miami. You'd want med spa Miami. You'd want facials Miami. All of these additional keywords, you can place all of them in here. Now, when you are doing medical spa SEO, you want to ensure that what we do today, you review each keyword, which means that this takes a lot of time. Now, it takes time because this is how you get results. Do this with every single keyword that you have. Obviously, due to time constraints, I'm only going to be utilizing this one keyword today. So this is the tab down here, target keywords. That's where you'd put all of the information that you have down there. All right, so let's grab that bad boy, stick that there. Come over to Google, let's throw it in, let's see what we get. Now, I'm not working with anyone at the moment down in Miami. So I'm not working with any medical spas, med spas down in Miami. So yeah, will be in a month or two, but not at this point in time. So what I'm going to do is I'm just grabbing someone that's not performing so well. So if you are a med spa owner, you'll be able to emulate what exactly is going on here. Okay. So all you'll need to do, we're just going to pick someone that's still in we don't want someone far out. We want someone that's close in, that's not doing too well. So I'm pretty sure Google shows Miami is down here. Let's roll with these guys, I reckon. Because they're still pretty far down the bottom and they're right in the crux of it. Let's have a look at them and we'll see if this med spa is actually worth doing. Okay, let's have a look. Doctor, cosmetics, medical center. Yeah, they're I can already see what's going on here. All right, they're trying to go after too much, and it's not. Yeah, it's not well done. Because if you look up the top, ads, guys, ignore them. Like, look at this. This guy's got 50 reviews. Not so big. It's 10 years in business. Yes, that's quite some time to be in business. But like this guy down here had, what was 135 reviews or something ludicrous. Like this guy, 294 reviews as well. Admittedly he is up higher, but we want someone that's right in the, Miami Wellness. Yeah, we can roll with these people. So this is going to be our donor. So this is going to be the people that we look at and we try and figure out like what's going on with their medical clinic or their med spa and why they're not performing so well. Like, why have you got people that have 50 reviews and all of this type of stuff compared to these guys that have 100 reviews? We need to figure all of this stuff out, and that's what we're going to do today. So let's have a quick look at the website. Let's check it out. Okay, scroll down. Now we're going to need the business name. Let me make this a bit smaller for you because that's probably painful. Miami Wellness and Aesthetics Center. Is that the name of the business or is it Dr. Hamadia? That is interesting. So the reason I need the business name is because I want to know what exactly it will come in later. Vitally important for when we're looking at citations. So yeah, it is Miami Wellness and Aesthetic Center. So this is what they're calling the business. So this is important to look at. So let's grab that. Now you come back over to so this is the medical spa checklist. You can paste the name in here. And this is what you would do ideally with all of your competitors. So if this is your business, this is where you'd be placing all of your information. So now that we've grabbed that guy, we'll grab his domain as well so we just don't lose it. Let's grab the root domain. And you just paste all of this stuff in here. So as you can see down here, I have this beautiful, cool looking little thing. You can tick off the check boxes and away it goes. But as you can see, it's what we need to do. So we need to ID the current keyword performance and do a quick review. So all we need to do now is jump across. Now this bar up here is SEMrush's SEO Quake, completely free. There might be a link down in the video below. I don't know at this point in time, but there will be a link in the actual SEO checklist. So you can get it from there. Free, completely free tool. It just links across to my SEO, like my SEMrush tool, so my SEO tool, and that's what we're going to utilize to evaluate this site. Let me grab some of that sweet coconut water. All right, let's check this out. So we've got authority score. I get asked this question all the time. Does the authority score matter? No. It's good to be aware of it. So it's good to have an understanding of what this is. Because like if you're 14 and all of your competitors, you're just constantly seeing 60 everywhere else, you're like, we got some work to do. But does it mean if you're 14 and your competitor is like 25 that you're never going to beat them? No, like absolutely not. Never rely on this. It's just a bit of an indicator. So what have we got? We've got 147 backlinks, authority score of 14. 383. So top organic keywords in the US. That's what I'm looking at here, guys. So 383. So let's jump back over here. So we place in here 383, total backlink 147. Citations. We don't have citations, but that's why we grab the name. We'll grab that later. And let's place this in here. 14. So A score. That's 14. So that's how you can look at that. Now, from here, what we want to do is we actually want to go ahead and look at those keywords in a little bit more detail. So we can click on this. No, not that one. Not going to need that. Let's get rid of that. Now we come over here. So back to literally where we just were. So click on this. Now we're going to have a look at the organic top performers. So we really want to determine how well this guy's doing for specifically his structured to be targeting the Miami area, but didn't appear to be ranking so well. Yeah, Miami Wellness. Yeah, this is not injectables. Like you can just have a quick scan through Skin Local Miami, IV Doctor Miami. Like none of them are like important keywords, guys, are performing well at all. Like nothing that like this is going to bring him leads most likely. 320 searches. Look at this. Disports near me. Sculpture injections. Yeah. So the things that are actually going to generate revenue for this med spa, they're not doing well. So what you can do is you come over here, and this is just going to be behind my head, so let me duck down a bit, but this export button right there, and now you can see this CSV. So just export it via CSV. And that's why I absolutely this checklist is sick. So this checklist is basically what my agency has, but just on a smaller scale. So we do the exact same thing. We go through and tear apart exactly the target keywords that the customers want to go after, and we just do the same thing. And it does take time, guys, but if you want to see results, this is what you need to do. So you click on the keyword research tab here. So let's click on that. Scroll up to the top. And then now let me open this CSV and you just copy paste, put that data into here. All right, so let's grab this. Okay, grab that, just copy paste, place that in here. Happy days. Okay, let's beautify this up. Doing med spa stuff, we've got to look and pretty and on point. That's why I'm wearing a collared shirt today. No, it's not. But yeah. All right, so as you can see, we've got all of their details, all of their information right there. Like it's all sitting there, everything we absolutely need done. We've done that quick review of the domain. We've had a look at the keywords that this website's like ranking for and identified for right now. That's valuable data for later. So what you can do is you can come back to the medical clinic med spa SEO checklist and see the tab up there. You can basically give that a tick. Now, if you want to tick it, you can. If you don't, whatever. But it's there if you want to click it. So it's just got a line, a strike through it. It's easy to follow. And then the next thing that we're going to do is we're going to review the medical spas Google Business Profile. Like, why are they not performing? Is it because they're diluting their profile? So we're going to have a look at that. So let's actually do that right now. So for that, you're going to need this tab here, the GBP thing. So let's get rid of this. Wellness Center, chiropractor. Let's get rid of that. All right. So we come back to the maps. So let's go back to the maps. So this is us right here. Now you scroll all the way up to the top. Now this is the way I like to do it because it's a lot easier. Do you look at these guys? Add and add. No, they're ads. Stay away from it. It's not relevant towards you at all. This is very relevant though, because this is organic. So let's have a look. Let's just click and see. I thank Google. Okay, I don't want you to click. Why are you not letting me look at the knowledge graph? Come on, Google. Google is changing things around now. A lot of things have changed actually in the last couple of months with their Google Business Profile stuff. So now when you're doing medical spa SEO, you're going to need a couple of tools when you're doing any medical spas Google Business Profiles. Okay, so you're going to need this thing here where you can see all these like buttons here. Now this is the GMB Everywhere plugin. It's free for like 5 searches, I think, but it's really all you'd need if you're focused on what you need to do for your medical spa and you're just trying to give your med spa a bit of a boost. That's all you'll need. But if you're like us, you're going to have to pay for it. And this thing over here, Chrissy Palmer, you get a shout out every time, mate, because you put me onto this and this thing's a lifesaver. So this is Plepper. This thing's like a brilliant tool. It basically makes up the shortfall of the GMB everywhere. So it's awesome. So what we want to do now is we want to grab the name of our competitors. Why? Because of what I did initially. I clicked the thing and it just went brop and took me across to their website. If you do that, what can happen is like obviously you're zooming in, you're zooming out. That's going to change the organic listings. You want to try and hit it organically hit it organically as much as you possibly can. So the organic results that are displayed. If I zoom in, zoom out, that's going to change who's ranking number 1. You don't want to do that. You want the generic results. That's where you want to be ranking. So let's grab competitor number 2. Let's just make sure they got no ads. Yep. Okay. Let's grab these guys. Copy that. Place that in here. Shrink this down a little bit. Bang. There we go. So now we've got them. So if anything happens, we know that the organic results, they're there. Now, if you are doing med spa SEO, couple of things to consider. Like you've got 5 places here. You can put up to 5 competitors. So if you're in a competitive game like this, I would suggest going after 5 competitors at least. Now, this green row that you'll see across here, this is calculated utilizing averages. Another caveat is you need to be careful when you are utilizing this, because what can happen is averages picks up outliers. So anyone that's not statistically, I guess knows about statistics, which is like me as well. But when it comes to averages, you will pick up everything. Now, the best way to determine if you should use the average or the median or the mean, whatever you want to utilize, it determines on how many outliers there are. So we just have it set as averages. That's something to be aware of, because you're going to see drastic results as 100 reviews ranking number 2, but then the guy in position 1 might have 50 reviews and you're sitting there like we were going, what the? So that's something to consider. So let's crack back on here. So let's go back to our number 1. First thing we want to look at is the categories. So let's check that out. So let's grab all of this. So they've got 6 categories. So as you can see above my head, Plep is showing me 6 categories. Clicking on that. Go across. Now we have 6. And oops, I put that in the wrong box, guys. Give me a sec. This one goes in here and this one goes in here. There we go. So now we have all of the categories that they have for their profile. Okay. Next thing is the average rating and the total reviews. So right here, average rating, total reviews. Let's jump across. Average rating. Average rating is 4.5 and 50 reviews. So 4.5 and 50 reviews. Okay. Total posts, we'll come to that later. We need to utilize the other tools, so that will actually hinder what we're doing right now. Total images. So what we want to do is you want to look at Plepper, and just behind my head, you will see image count. You're going to see 13. So we have to put that in there. 13 images. Done. Q&As. So the Q&As on the knowledge panel, let's see if there's any of them done. 2. Now, if I was doing a more in detailed audit of this med spa, I'd be going in there and seeing what actual questions and answers were provided. So that's just a little bit of a snippet of information. So there's 2 of them. Okay, now products and services. Now, unfortunately, Google has not been allowing, they have and haven't been allowing us to see this stuff lately, which is incredibly painful. So we used to be able to see all of this sort of stuff on the profile. Now we can't. But something that I would take note on before I show you how we access that, what you can see is the book online now. So the schedule feature. So that is something to take note of. All right. What I would do is I would scroll down the rest of the SERP. So this is the map SERP, Google Maps, and have a look and see, okay, here's another high ranker, I think position 5. They also have the schedule. Keep scrolling down. Higher up, schedule. Does anyone down the bottom have schedule? Nope. Why is that? Because this is something that in the eyes of Google appears quite important. So if I was you and I was doing med spa SEO, I'd be putting that as a note that you need to make sure and ensure that you actually have a one of those booking listings that you can do on your Google business profile, and placing that just like in the notes, in the comments. Over here, you can just place like had booking feature. Done. Had booking feature. That's enough for you to be like, okay, this is probably something that I need to do. The bottom ranker, they weren't down the bottom. They didn't have a schedule thing. So think about it. Like this could be a little thing that gives you that quick little boost. All right, so let's go back here. And now what we want to do is, as you can see, this is the knowledge graph. Let's scroll down. See the send to your phone. Now there's a couple of things you can do. You can change this so it's just basically showing you the mobile version, and then you can see the products and services sometimes. But In this situation, I'm not going to do that because it messes up with my streaming software, but I'm just sending it to my phone right now. So I send this to my phone, and as you can see, you might not be able to see the screen, but I have it up on my phone. So what I'm going to look for now is the products and the services. So as you can see, products, let's have a look. Let's see if they've got any products on the page. Doesn't look like that they do. I'm not seeing any products, nothing. Okay, services. Okay, let's have a look at services. Now they have a link off to a different website, which is extremely interesting. So off to Booksy. Okay, fair enough. So they have 0 and technically 0. Now it's very important to look at this, guys, because what that does is it enables you to know how many services do I actually need? How fluffed up do I need to be? Or should I be very specific in the services that I provide? You will often see other businesses also have detailed, this is what we've got as a service. So it'll be like, okay, as an example, like facial massages. In this scenario, they could then talk about the pricing and like what the service entails, what's in it, how long it takes, all of this sort of stuff. So that could be added in there. That's something that you want to look for when you're doing med spa SEO, is that you're checking out that. So you don't just look to see how many services that there actually are. You ensure that you look at it and, okay, see what they're writing, how they're writing their descriptions, vitally important. How are they optimizing it? All right, so now we've done that. We want to have a look at the post frequency. So I had a look at that and I didn't notice any posts on my phone. Now what you can do is, this is where GMB everywhere comes in super handy. So you would click this post audit. So you can hit this button, and what it does is it goes through and basically scrolls and looks at all of the posts that the businesses posted on the Google Business Profile up to 30. Oh, sick, I've been kicked out. Okay, why is it saying that? Let me just go back here, guys, and log in. That's awesome. Thanks, GMB everywhere. They were having massive problems with this latest Chrome update. So, okay, what's going on here? Good old live streams, huh? There's always something that happens. Yeah, there you go. There's your pricing for anyone interested in this. There's your pricing. Okay, I should be logged in now. Let me refresh this and just see. It's maybe the browser's caught up. Okay, so let's go back down here on these guys. Go post. Let's go. So I just hit that post audit. So now it's going through and having a look at it. Yeah, here we go. So I'm logged in now. Okay. So no posts available, like I said before. Just be very careful though, because the GMB everywhere has not been working. Google has been releasing a lot of sneaky Chrome updates and all of that cool stuff, specifically for guys like me. Yeah, so just be cautious of this. This might actually not be accurate. So just double check that on your phone when you are having a look. So what you want to do is you want to come back over here. Nothing, just leave it. Leave it, and same thing. So the total posts, zilch. Very interesting that these guys are ranking #1 with no posts, such little images, not a great rating. So they're definitely SEOing it and hitting it quite hard. So the next ones that we're going after, same thing. So Avi, let's go grab them. All right, same thing. Click on the knowledge panel, categories. How many do they have? 6, tattoo removal, all that. Okay, let's grab that. Exactly the same thing, guys. So same thing, just going through, following the bouncing ball. What is it? 95 reviews and a 4.7 rating. That's more realistic. Now, just while we're on the topic, like these guys up here, they might be number one today, but if they're doing anything that's sort of against Google's guidelines or anything like that, they might be number 45 tomorrow. So that's sometimes why you will see these abnormalities where you will identify these weird situations sitting there going, how is this guy getting rewarded for number one? It's because games can be played. So that is just always something to keep in the back of your mind. Plus, I'm not saying that they are, but these guys, as an example, can be hitting everyone else and performing negative SEO. So that's another thing that can happen, especially in this game. It's a lot cheaper to do negative attacks than it is to go out there and do good SEO work. So that's why a lot of those cheaper companies that people pay for, a couple of $100, that's what they do. They just go and send a lot of spam off at your competitors. You'll move up naturally because your competitors get pushed down and say, look at all of this. Don't fund that stuff. 268 is the total image count. So just behind me here, 268. So let's throw that in there, 268. And like I was saying before, guys, about those outliers, like look at that. You need more numbers in there to determine an accurate number. Now, let's have a look at the Q&A. Question and answers 11. Again, more realistic, like a lot more realistic. 11. Okay, so products and services. So we saw before that we could see the products. Let's have a look and see how many they have. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Looks like 6. I will double check on my phone though. Always double, triple check, guys. Always. So in this game, it's very important to measure twice, cut once. All right. So send this to my phone. Send the phone. Stick that down. Okay. So same thing, guys. I'm just double checking the products and their services. Okay, so services. Okay, so yeah, like it's going to be next to impossible to see, but like you can see there's a description written here, so you can actually like notice that this organization has gone out there and actually written and placed the prices as well. So there's about, I'm just guesstimating, guys, here for argument's sake, 20 things here. So let's just put 20. Okay. Now let's have a look at the post, because the way these guys are looking, I'm feeling quietly optimistic that these guys have posts. Probably should have a look on my phone, but I didn't. So let's check it out. Now, what I've been finding with this, guys, is you have to run it a couple of times, just because it has been a little bit painful. So it does look like that there's posts because it's picking it up. Definitely has posts. So now we might get spat back saying that nothing to see here. So what you need to do is you just go back and hit the post audit. I don't know if there's a better tool out there. Like, yeah, I'm not affiliated or anything. Like, I do pay for this service, so I don't know if there is a better tool out there. If you know of a better tool, let me know. But yeah, they used to be all right. It's just Google came in and threw them off, but it's up to them to fix it. So. All right, so max is out at 30. So let's have a look. So 30, yep, okay, cool, bananas. Main thing we're looking at though is this. Post every 15 days. Again, what I'm seeing now is quite consistent with the top ranker. So this is what you should be seeing. So every 2 weeks there should be a post. This should be maxed out. So 30 and every 15 days. So every 15 days, let's go down, 15 days and 30. Like I said, it's yeah, the numbers will throw you out a little bit, and that's why I said you can either utilize the median or the mean. So now what we need to do is obviously review our profile. We need to have a look at us. We need to check what's going on with our site. So what were we? We were Miami Wellness and Aesthetics Center. So let's scroll all the way down to where we were. Where are you? Miami Wellness. There you are. Okay. So let's check out what's going on, because obviously there's something going on here. There's definitely something going on here. So we have 7 categories, but the other guys have 6. Now, is it important to match everything on your competitors? I think it is. I think you should emulate whatever the top guys are doing, because remember, Google doesn't reward reinventing the wheel. Google is literally showing you, this is what I want to see. And if I see this, I will place you as #1 position. They're literally giving you a roadmap. It's your job to go out there, tear that apart, and then determine, okay, I need this many links. I need links from this source. I need to structure my content like this. I need this many pages on my website. All of that is vitally important. So now what we want to do, I sort of jumped the gun there, guys, but the grid search. So let's grab our business name, because we're going to need that bad boy. All right. So now this is Local Falcon. If you're doing any local business, any local SEO, you're going to need a grid tool. What is a grid tool? Essentially, it basically drops a pin drop to depict, if someone was standing there with a mobile device, possibly even on the computer, where you would be ranking. So let's have a look, and I'll explain this a little bit further. So as you can see, these little dots here, so let's just say someone was out here fishing and whatever, there'll be a number that appears here. Now, whatever that number is, that's depicting in what position you're ranking. So let's grab our target keyword, because that's what we're trying to determine. So when you are looking at doing this for, whether it's your medical spa in Miami, or whether it's a client and you're trying to do this to their site, this is basically how you can go about it. So come back over here, place in the keyword that you're going after. You can change the grids around, you can change the radius, you can change all of that. I'm keeping it quite low, obviously, just for video purposes, but you can make this as big as you want, let me show you, or as small as you want. I really like Local Falcon. It's what I started out using, and yeah, it's a pretty cool tool. So like I was saying before, this will come back with an image, and it will actually have what position we're sitting in. So if someone was basically to pull out the phone, have a look on their maps, where are we? What are we sitting in? If they were down here near the train station, how well are we performing? Okay, here we go. We're not performing well at all. So if Joe Blogs is out on his boat here, catches a wicked fish, he's never going to find us if he wants to come in and get his lips done. So yeah, that's a bit of a bummer. But as you can see, this is why it's important to run this, because these are not great numbers. Not great numbers at all. All right, so anyone over here, Spring Garden, they're not going to find you. Like position 13, that's like where we were, all the way down. Apparently we're #1 right where the business is, so you'd expect that if you're the only clinic in this location. Now you can click on it and actually see, yeah, it looks like we are the only clinic in this location. Yeah, it does look that way. So as you can see, you can look at your competitors, you can scroll through, and you can do exactly the same thing on the red dots. So you can click them, and let's go back. Click them and have a look. Okay, well, who's above me? Oh, look at it. Look who it is. Look who it is. So that's why. Emulate who's doing things well. So you come back to the GBP audit and just write poor. So your med spa is performing poorly. So same thing, guys. If you want to like go along and tick and do all that cool stuff, the facilities are here for you to do that. Now, average rating and total reviews, same thing. So reviews 99, rating 5. Okay, rating is 5, and 9. Total post frequency, not going to total images. Let's check out what's going on there. Okay, we have no images. Okay, we might have images, guys. No, we don't have images. Bang, there it is. Bang. Big thing, especially in this world. Before you were to go here and get any lip filler done or any type of injection, what would you want to see before and afters? Where are their before and afters? Where's the pictures of the clinic? Where's the picture of the doctor? All of these things come together to essentially determine why he's sitting here. As you can see, there's a lot of reasons that this guy could just go in, clean up, and he'd be like, burp, straight up. Not all the way to number 1, but he's going to move up from position like atrocious. Position atrocious. I'm coining that term, position atrocious. Okay, so no images. That's really bad. Really bad, especially in this game. Like if you're in my game, it's hard to make images of the computer screen. But yeah, in their game, it's all about like it's cosmetics. So it's very important that a med spa has pictures. Q&As. Let's see, where are they? No Q&As as well. So products and services. So same thing, guys. Have a look. We definitely have products. So let's have a look and see how many. So like if they've gone this far. Anti-aging, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, 5 things. So they've gone this far, 5. I'll check that obviously on my phone, but yeah, let's do that. So get rid of this tab because it'll just slow us down. That's Local Falcon, guys. If you want to grab that tool, you can literally grab like Local Falcon. Here's the link to it right here. So if you need that tool when you're doing any med spa SEO, you can click on that. And or you can utilize like Bright Local as well. Same thing, like brilliant. They're just more expensive. But you do get 14 free days with Bright Local. So if you just want to determine how well you're performing, click on that, go across, do the free audit and bounce. All right. So let's get back to this. So I'll send this across to my phone. All right. Okay, so let's have a look. Doesn't look like there's any post. No, nothing. Absolutely nothing. No images. Okay, so they've got a couple of, they do actually have a couple of services. So we've got a couple of things actually listed here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, so around about 15, I would say. Around about 15 services. Okay. All right. So now what you do. So whenever you're doing medical spa SEO, you've grabbed your competitors. Like I said, you would ideally grab 5. And remember, every keyword is different too. So if we were to enter a different keyword like Botox Miami, we're going to have different rankers, possibly. So that's why you need to do this for every single keyword. It is painstaking work. However, I promise you, you or your client will be rewarded from this hard work. Takes time, but this is how it's done. So what you do now is we look at, okay, how many categories should we have? Okay, well, the average is 6. How many do we have? Oh, we have 7. Okay, what's different? Oh, they have this, we have this. They have this, we have this. That's what you go through and tear apart. What's the average rating? Okay, so the average rating is, we have 5. What's it here? 4.6. Yeah, we're beating them. What's the total amount of reviews? Oh, we have 9. Oh, average is 73. Okay. Same thing, guys. Do exactly the same thing. Images. You know, we need at least a image. We have nothing right now. So that's something that you want to that you really want to have a look at and do. That's how you can go through. Now, on your checklist, you have this SEO strategy. So you can click on this tab here. That would have been to me. Yeah, there you go. So that tab there, and that will have a thing where you can enter basically, this is what I need to do in month 1. So like Google Business Profile cleanup, that needs to be done month one, like undoubtedly. We need images on there. You know, we need to structure those products. We need to put specific product images on there. All of that needs to be cleaned up. These are types of things that can be done. Okay, so that's a strategy. Now what you do, you go back to the home page and we can tick that off. Done. So we've done the Google Business Profile. Now the next step of this is to review 3 of our top competitors ranking organically. So the reason you want to look at organics, because I'm teaching you organics and Google Maps. I'm not only teaching you one. Most of the time when I work with clients, I try to get them results on the map pack and on the ranking and on the Google SERP. So, well, they're both a SERP, but you get what I mean. If you appear in both locations, that's very, very powerful. Your client will be very happy with you, or your medical clinic will be doing very, very well. So what we want to do now is simply go back here. Let's grab our keyword. Let's go to Google. Let's just throw it in. And now let's see who turns up. So who turns up number 1? Okay, yep, it's up the top there as well. That's interesting. Hope I grabbed that before this thing just decided to go crazy on me. All right. So again, if you're in a competitive niche, I'd be going in and I'd be grabbing at least the top 3 guys. You want to have a look at the top 3. Okay, what's going on here? What's going on with Google today? Let's try the root and see if that has anything to do with it, that extension. Okay, that's bizarre. All right. Okay, that's very bizarre. So let's just grab this. So we'll grab these guys. So let's have a look at these guys. We're just going to utilize this because obviously I'm not able to go onto the other business. They might have issues with their plugins or something like that, banning IPs. So basically this site here, MedSpa, number 2, or number 3 technically behind Yelp. So what you want to have a look at is we want to see how many pages are indexed, okay? So let's grab, first of all, let's go home. So we're not grabbing the Miami page. We don't just want to grab the Miami page. Why is this not? Okay, MedSpa, all right. So there's no route to home. Just want to check something out here. This does not look right. Okay. So, all right, they've set that up as its own service page. Okay. So they've set that up as its own service page or possibly a subdomain. So that's probably what they're doing there. Now you have a couple of options. So these guys they might have set it up as a subdomain, or no, it is just still just a service page. Okay, so this is just a service page. So what we want to do is we want to grab the root domain. Come back over here, grab that. Let's go back to the checklist. Now competitors. So competitors here, you can put their name, which we will need. So domain and total keywords, pages, everything else that we're looking at. So I believe it was 958 was the total pages. Now, obviously, if you audit the website, it's going to be a lot bigger. It is going to be bigger than that. However, 978. You just want to see the things indexed by Google because that's all that matters. If it's not displayed on Google, then it doesn't really impact your campaign. That's when you're getting into the minutia of it all, is when you take it that level further. So that's what you want to do there. Now we want to click on the traffic right here. Let me close this page to try and speed this up because this is running awfully slow. Okay, so they have an authority score of 42, 4,000 backlinks, 4,259 keywords. Okay, sick. So 4,000 total keywords was 4,200 and 4,000. 4259. 4259. Total citations, we don't know that yet because I haven't walked you through that. Now we will need the business name, so let's grab them. Is this what the business name is? He's just calling himself MD there. He's obviously a medical doctor, but is this the business name? It's vitally important that you grab the business name because the free stuff that I show you to do later on, it's the only way that free analysis can be utilized is is by knowing the actual name of the business. Oh, all right. So for argument's sake, guys, I might grab the competitor from the Google Business Audit because, yeah, I can't believe that website's not working properly. So look at these guys. We'll grab these guys. They're fourth down, but still, it's the same situation. So they're ranking. Yeah. So here we go. Like pictures before and afters. Excellent. Okay, let's grab these guys. So same thing. You're putting in your competitors. That in here, and you're just having a look. You're saying, let me get rid of Google. Get rid of that. And we want to go on traffic. So we're clicking on the traffic on the SEO Quake, and because that's linked with my SEMrush, it just takes me immediately across. So we have a look at that. Might take me immediately across. Let's close this guy's website down. All right, so same thing. So 39. Okay, so as you can see, the top rankers, like I was saying before, the authority score, you can have a look at it and be like, okay, this is roughly where we are. 1.5 backlinks, 6,711 keywords. Good work. 6,711 keywords. 1,500 backlinks, and total pages was 106. Now, the reason I like looking at this, guys, the pages, is because if you are doing MedSpa SEO and you see that your competitors have 958 pages, 106 pages, that is something to be aware of. If you notice though that, let's say the guy sitting up the top, like there is that outlier that only has 30 pages, but they're ranking up the top, then it's okay. You can breathe with a sigh of relief because it means you don't need to go out there and have a big website. So sometimes in certain niches, this is just how it is. You need to have a bigger site before you actually start to be rewarded for things. So like digital marketing being one of them. I didn't see any traction with my website until I got, I think it was like 65 pages up, just because it's incredibly competitive. So it's the same thing with some niches like lawyers and all of that. It's very, very difficult to rank a small website. So that's that there. That's something to take note of. Let's go back, grab their name. Reason I scroll down is because normally it is depicted down here, Miami Skin Spa. That looks about right. Miami Skin Spa. Back over here, in. Beautiful. Okay, so now that we've got all of our competitors' details, what we want to do from here is we want to perform a keyword gap analysis. So let's do that right now. So what a keyword gap analysis is essentially it identifies the keywords that we are missing out on, that we share with our competitors, and how our competitors are performing with those shared keywords. So all you need to do when you're back in SEMrush, let me close down this stuff. We've got our domain. I'm just going to try and close as much stuff as I can down, guys, because it's running painfully slow. So what you want to do on SEMrush over here, like even my mouse is lagging so bad. keyword gap. So click on keyword gap. All right. So our website, throw in one of your competitors, throw in the other competitors. So same thing, grab that, paste that in there. And depending upon the country you're in, that will determine where you obviously set this, but compare. Now, like I said, this is going to match us against our competitors. This little blue dot here, that's us, competitor. So as you can see, there's a little bit of overlap in certain areas. So yeah, like as an example, here we go, Miami Botox. I assume being a spa, this is something that they're going to want to go after. Miami Botox, 60, 55, 96. You know, there you go. That's the results for you, your competitors. So where this one right here, the blue, green is Miami Skin Spa, and this will be the other one, whatever it was, Dr. MD. Yeah, that dude. So that basically. So having a look at that and just seeing all of that, that's how you can really get some insightful information. Now we want to export that via CSV. Now, like guys, because there's 11,000 keywords, I'm only going to export 500. 2 reasons. The computer's running awfully slow as it is, as you're seeing, so I don't want to slow it down anymore. Second reason is it costs us credits. I don't want to keep eating through the credits and then having to explain to the team or have them explain to me that, yeah, we're out again. So same thing, I'll open that up and we can jump back over to our spreadsheet here. Now what you want to do is you want to come to your keyword gap. So your keyword gap, just this tab here, all you need to do is paste that information in. So I just grab all of this, grab that, and paste. Come on. All right, let's beautify this. Place that there. Okay, so as you can see, it's just basically what we had on SEMrush. Now what we want to do is we want to jump across and do a backlink gap analysis. So like the keyword gap, backlink gap basically looks at the links coming to the site. This is vitally important. If you're doing medical spa SEO, you need to try and get in to that link graph. So if Google sees all of these websites that are surrounded by covering the topics of med, spa, Botox, all of that sort of stuff that can actually go into those types of businesses, it's very important that you try and get those links too. So as you can see, anywhere that there's 2 out of 3, you need to try and go after it and build these links. Now, a bit of a caveat for this when you are building links. Do not stress too much about how many links that someone has, because as you can see, 235 backlinks. That's insane. That's backlinks. The main thing you care about is referring domains. So what a referring domain is essentially, it is a backlink, but it's just this domain. So this domain has referred to this website once, but it's given a total backlinks of 235 times, right? So you've just got one website and it's referred over. That counts. No matter how many times, it could send 15 backlinks. That's one referring domain because it's unique. That's one unique domain. But there's 235 backlinks. Do you need to go out there and build 235 backlinks? No, you do not. You just need to get a link from it. Just one is enough. You can get more, get more. But if you can't, it's okay. Just get that referring domain. Another thing, spammy links that these guys will have, undoubtedly. Send them to your burner pages. So any content that you have that you're like, you know, every single person out there that's doing med spa SEO should have a burner page. Every website will have a burner page. Now, what that page is that's where you send your not so good links, because if anything ever goes wrong, just burn it, just torch it. That's how you can go about it. So that's something to consider when you're doing your backlink gap analysis. Now, we've done that. We want to export this CSV. Same thing, guys. Export it, CSV, place it in the Medical Spa SEO checklist. So as you'll see, there's a tab here, backlinks. Let's get rid of this. Try and get rid of that. Get rid of this. Okay, let me just open up this stuff. Apologies about the slow computer, but that's just, I guess, how it is. Oh no, my athletic screens ruined me. Oh, come on. Yeah, this is she's been pretty awful, guys. So I apologize about the laggy computer. Just happens, I guess, from time to time. So pasting that information in again, beautifying up that spreadsheet. So you can do that, you can get rid of this. I just want to try and close as many things as I possibly can because yeah, that's yeah. All right, so now that we've done that, okay, we've looked at the keyword gap, we've looked at the backlink gap. Now we'll come back, we'll circle back to them later when it's vitally important. What we want to do from here is go back over to our checklist, the main page, start ticking things off. So what have we done? Okay, we've had a look. Yep, we did that. We had a look. We reviewed the website. We did the backlink, the gaps. Yep, all of that. Okay, cool. Review on Google. Now, the reason that you want to review on Google, which is your keyword. So as an example, before you'd place in each target keyword, and then you would try and find your domain. Now, the reason you don't just rely on something like SEMrush is because it can be wrong. You want to see how you're performing organically for that keyword in Google. Google's what you're going after. Make sure that the SEMrush and Google align. If it's 30 on SEMrush and it's 25 in Google, that's not too bad. However, if you're seeing if it's 25 in Google and then it's like 38 in SEMrush, you've got a problem. So follow Google. Ensure that you're aligned with Google. That's what's more important. All right. So that's it. Core Web Vitals. Okay, so Core Web Vitals, basically what we want to do from here is scroll up and we're going to need this Google CWV tab right here. Now, I'm awfully nervous about running this. I have had one of these things like drop the stream before. So what I'll do, no, I'm not going to run it. I'm not going to risk it. Sorry guys, I'm not going to risk it. So what you would do in this scenario, I'll cover it in detail so you understand. So click on this. Now, caveat, if you are doing anything like this, if you have important tabs open on Google, especially now, this will probably cause them to just shut down. It's a terrible tool. It's Google's tool for testing performance that doesn't perform because they are placing such a priority on performance. So what you do is place in your domain. Depending upon the scores that are spat back, that's how you would go about your campaign. Now, let's just say you have a really, really bad website. Let's say it's loading atrociously, right? You have a 20 out of 100 on a mobile device, especially in this niche. What would you do? You'd look at your competitors. If your competitors are completely optimized, there's no if, buts, or whens about it. You can go out there and build all the backlinks you want and you can get all the content that you want. But if you're failing miserably against your competitors, if the competitors in your niche have a better performing website than you, that's going to hinder you. And the ways you can improve that is going about getting on better hosting, improving, cleaning up, like minimizing all of the CSS and Java, like reducing all of that down. That can improve the site. So apologize that I'm not going to cover that, guys, but I'm not risking this stream again. It was painful last time. All right, Schema Validator. So Schema, does it help you rank? I believe it does, especially in anything to do with medical niches. I think Schema is vitally important when it comes to anything technical. Now, let me open up this wonderful athletics green thing that doesn't spray water everywhere. So what you want to do, come back over here, grab your domain, and you want to place in anything like your domain, right? Any of your competitors as well. So the way you would go about doing schema validation and comparison schema, click on the Schema Validator link that we have right here. It takes you across free tool, guys. It's literally the schema.org tool. Now, what happens with schema is you want to match what the top performers are doing. Again, don't reinvent the wheel. Let's see what we've got. No. Yeah, so these guys are not doing it right. Like, he has physician, which is like good in a way, but they're not utilizing it effectively. Okay, so immediately, like, there's another thing. There is another thing that's unfortunately wrong with this site. So schema. You would want to have a look at that. You would want to go through and be like, okay, this is what's wrong with the schema. My competitor has this. I don't have this. Go through and emulate what your competitor's doing. Because once the schema is done, it's done. Some SEOs don't recommend wasting time on it, but I do, because once it's done, it's done. You don't necessarily need to go through and slap it on every article if there's something more effective like link building that you can do. But once it's done, it's done. So reviews. Now, Bright Local, like I was talking about before, that's this tool up here. You can click that and go across and actually visit the Bright Local tool. Problem is you have to pay for it. So whenever you're doing citations, so a citation, you should know what a citation is by now, I guess, but if you don't, it is a link from, let's say, something like a Yelp or an Apple Maps. That's a business citation. So it has your name, address, phone number on it, classified as a NAP, and that's a business citation. Do these help rank? No and yes. They help with your EAT. So your expertise, authority, and trustworthiness. What kind of medical clinic, medical practice, medical spa, anything to do with medical wouldn't have a Yelp listing, wouldn't be on other business directories? It's not likely, especially in the medical niche. So even you, again, you can do everything right, but if you just go out there and you have the exact same citations that another business has, that can be something that helps your medical spa actually rank higher. So what you want to do is you want to grab this search operator here. You have, like I was saying before, it's Bright Local. You can go across, you pay for it. We pay for it, but yeah, it's because this is what we do. But it's like $50 a month, and it's going to tell you exactly how many citations there are, what exactly is going on. It'll tell you everything. It is quite handy like that. But yeah, I'm not going to run one of those tests. It's expensive, super expensive. This is the free way of doing it. So if money's tight, this is your own business, copy this search operator here. Go up here, paste it in. Oh, wow, come on, computer. I apologize so much for this computer, guys. Like, this stream health. So we need our website, all right? So let's grab our website, come back to here where it says website. We paste it in there. Let's go back. We grab the business name. That's why we need the exact business name. We can go all the way across where it says company name. Just replace that out for the business name. Enter. 26. So bang, Yelp, there it is. Facebook. So that's why it's important to get the business name. However, immediately I can tell something is wrong. Name, isn't the name different? Different. Like it's it's literally across 3 of the top citations, the name is different. Big problem right there alone. So there's no, Google doesn't know. It's not aligned. Everything needs to be aligned with your business citations. So we can say that there's 26 results. So 26 citations. Now let's go and have a look at one of our competitors. So same thing, domain name, let's grab that. As you can see here, paste that out, bang. Let's go back over here. So name, I hope this name works. It might show more results because of his name. So it could pop up like with a lot more results because there might be another Leonard. But yeah, it looks about Miami, plastic surgeon, LinkedIn, name, same. So very, very important. But yeah, it's popping up a lot of his stuff. So this is where the free method is good, but you do need to go through and actually be like, okay, is this a citation or is it not? So you can see 57 up here. So immediately, same thing, guys. Like we've got 26, our competitor has 57. Do you go after him if they have 150 and you have 100? Nah. Get the main things, your Yelps, your Apple Maps, all of that, your Manta. Then move on. Start building backlinks. They will benefit you a lot more than these citations will. Okay. So that's that stuff done there. Let's go back to the home page. So, all right. So we can scroll down. Now, if you don't have Google Analytics, Google Search Console, all of that installed across the site, make sure that you run over and do that. So vitally important. All right. So next thing is improving the medical spa's website UX, so user experience, and speed. So that's where you would go away and you would be like, okay, well, let's say the Core Web Vital failed. That's where you'd go away and actually improve it. That would be the next step that you need to do. But I want to have a look and see how the structure of the site is, because what you'll find a lot of the time is that a lot of local businesses unfortunately don't prioritize their functionality and I guess you would say the simplification of way people can convert. So as an example, this is a good site. Like it looks quite good. As you can see, it does give you the option to book the appointments. However, something that I say this all the time, if you're a local business and unless you're extremely busy, do not have a contact us or a call us, an appointments. Sorry. So don't have that. What you want to do is you actually want to have it where to be a call, especially in this game, call button. So if you're looking for more leads, not desperate for leads, but you just want more leads. And if you can handle those phone calls, you're more likely going to convert someone if you get them on the phone than if you have an appointment tab. Seen it a billion times before. So that's something that's you want to consider. If you're doing okay with leads, if the client says it yourself, you sit there and go, I've got enough work, I just wouldn't mind a little bit more, then send them to the appointments. That's okay. But right now, it doesn't look too bad. It's quite clean. Yeah, contact us, appointments, let's see. Easy booking site, let's see this. New patients, what's going on here? It's a wall of black. Okay, that's interesting. So yeah, got to clean that up. That's not great, not great. Contact us. Okay, why can't you just let me go to a contact call now? Let's see what that takes. Text, yeah, this is not good. So this sort of stuff, like incredibly inconvenient. Inconvenient. Even me, SEO guy, all I do is look at websites every single day. Yeah, it's not very convenient at all. So that's something to pay a lot of attention towards, is how inconvenient is your site to move around. So let's have a look as a mobile version. Let's have a look at this site. Okay, come on. I'm so sorry for the speed of this stream, guys. Okay, so yeah, is that clickable? Okay, so the call takes me to a call page. Okay. Yeah, that's never ever do that, guys. Never do it where it's multiple calls. That's not good. You'll lose people. Every single click that you add is further away. You're going to have people drop off. You will have people drop off. So there's definitely some stuff that they could do about cleaning up the website. And again, it would entirely depend on the business owner. So if this medical spa is doing quite well, they've got some clients, they just want to rank higher in Google for a few, like they want to grow the business, then yes, I would probably just leave the appointments. But I'd definitely be cleaning this up. Don't like that at all. The contact page thing, that was atrocious. Like everything was loading over here and not nice and very confusing. So that needs to be cleaned up. But that's what you would do. You would go through and basically look at that. Now the next thing, and basically the final thing, is we'd start to look at our target keywords. Now the way you would go about that is, once you've done all this, you've done your audit, you've had a look at it, you go, okay, what keywords, after you've created your target keywords, you think, okay, my target keywords aligned with the keywords that I'm currently ranking for. Is there anything that I want to increase? So all of these things where they're sitting in the 20s, page 2 and 3, perhaps they want to go after this, perhaps they want to go after this. So that's where they can start to get an idea. You'd look at the keyword research for things that you're ranking for, because if you're already ranking for them, then the likelihood of increasing that rank, that's a lot higher than something that you're not ranking for at all. But what you want to do as well is utilize the keyword gap. So this is brilliant. Like, this is absolutely brilliant. This is where you'd want to start. And honestly, this is where we start most of our campaigns. We identify the competitor and we determine what they're doing well and what we need to do to get there. So let's just say, chemical peels. Well, we're not even ranking. They're in position 38. They're not ranking either. Now, you can go across. Let's have a look. This might be a worthwhile keyword to win. Whoa. So yeah, 10,000 searches. Obviously, that's going to be by people like sitting at home looking for other chemicals, for like home chemical peels, all that sort of stuff. But this is a great way at looking at possible target keywords for your medical spa SEO campaign. You want to have a look at this and be like, hey, that keyword's really relevant for me. Now, remember, I only exported 500. There was 11,000 or something like that, like some crazy number. So you have a lot to go through. You can have a look at all of it. What I would do is specifically look at things that tie into your business. Don't go out there for weird, wacky things. Go out there and focus on things that actually relate to your med spa. Don't put in services that you don't have or a keyword that you think you might be able to win. Don't waste your time. Focus on the things that are very, very close to your business, and that will actually win you work. And also look at supporting content. So another great thing about the brilliant keyword gap is it gives you content ideas for free. Like, look at this. How much does laser hair removal cost? That might be a great keyword to write a blog article about. Let's see the volume. Yeah, like I'd write a blog about that. Definitely. So that can be utilized if you're offering perhaps hair removal services at your med spa, right? This can be a piece of supporting content that you get those spammier links sent to that you need from your backlink gap analysis. So that's pretty much what I would look at. Now, when it comes to completing and finishing up this medical spa SEO tutorial and how you would go about it, like I said, the SEO strategy page, this is where we will conclude today. So, as you can see, Google Business Profile Checkup, that needs to be done. That's an absolute must, like a must. Our profile had no pictures. We had all of that going on. Now, content. We would need to create the content. We would need to align. We've got backlinks that we've got to go after. So you can place all of this information in here. So backlinks. You need to close down that link graph. You need to get in there. All of those twos that your competitors have, well, you need to go after them and get them. So that's something that's an absolute must. And same with matching the amount of content. So like we had a look at before, where all of those pages, you need to determine what page is specific to your business, how you can match that. Do you need to have all 900 pages? No, not necessarily, but you will need to have more pages on your website. So when you're doing medical spa SEO, make sure that you go over all of this. Make sure that you have a look at wherever you're lacking. All right. Anything that you're not doing well on, emulate the guys that are doing well. It's that simple. SEO is just very time consuming. You need to think outside of the box. Think about creative ways that you can appeal to those individuals to get more backlinks as well, because it's going to be hard getting those backlinks. These are the types of things that you'll need to do if you're doing medical spa SEO. If I've helped you and you've learned how to go about medical spa SEO, make sure you hit that like button, make sure you subscribe, and I look forward to seeing you around again. Cheers.